This is the Pocono Showcase, a television program dedicated to showcasing the great talents here in the Pocono area. We're on the stage with the beautiful, historic Sherman Theater in Stroudsburg, PA, and tonight's show, we've got one of the best in the area. Ladies and gentlemen, let's spend some time tonight with Regina Sayles.
Deep brown eyes, looking cloudy these days. Been together so long, we're both looking pretty great. When I wake every morning, I hear your toes. Time to get up, time to go. You've seen me at my worst and best, heard all the songs before the rest, making the best of the time we still have, diving for rocks in the creek bed. And maybe I'm grieving a little too soon, imagining life here without you. The longest love that I've had, the warmest body in my bed, and to hear everything and nothing at all is to know the love of a dog. I'm getting softer as the days go by, sharing everything, especially Mickey D's fries, ice cream dates, and peanut butter spoons. It's what best friends are supposed to do. And maybe I'm grieving a little too soon, imagining life here without you. The longest love that I've had, the warmest body in my bed, and to hear everything and nothing. Maybe I'm grieving, imagining life here without you. The longest love that I've had, the warmest body in my bed, and to hear everything and nothing at all is to know the love of a dog. I wake every morning when I hear your toes. Time to get up, time to go.
That's Toes from Regina Sayles, and there's more coming up next in the Pocono Showcase. Hi, Regina. Who's playing guitar with you tonight?
That is my guitarist for my band, Rob Ritchie.
He's that pedal steel, that's,
I know.
you don't usually see that.
No, everybody thinks that it's mostly just for country music, which I know one of the songs I play is country, but not always country, though. Pedal steel is just beautiful.
Yeah. Now, are you originally from the area?
No, I grew up in Northwest Ohio in a really small town, smaller than Stroudsburg, called Tiffin, and I ended up going to college out here. That's how I ended up here.
Oh, did you go to ESU?
I did.
All right. And you still go back home once in a while and play the state fairs, maybe?
The state fair, no, I've never played the Ohio State Fair. I would love to play the Ohio State Fair, but I have played back in my hometown. I play in Cleveland, Columbus, lots of other places. Yeah, and I'm actually an adjunct songwriting professor at a university in Ohio.
Do you prefer playing by yourself, with someone else, or with a full band?
It kind of depends on the day. I do it so periodically in different sort of configurations that I always feel like it's fun when I get to do it.
Gotcha. Why did you first pick up the guitar? What was the inspiration?
I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I mean, there wasn't very many girls doing it, back in 1990 when I started, or at least that were my age. And I told my dad, and he said, okay. And he just, bought me a cheap $60 guitar, and I got some lessons, and it just kind of stuck.
Tell me about the performers whom you really admire.
I mean, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, so I was listening to especially a lot of Tracy Chapman, Melissa Etheridge, Sheryl Crow, the Indigo Girls. I mean, a lot of that just, kind of rock and roll, but still acoustic, even though I do love to play electric too. Those are definitely, but then I loved the soul singers from the 60s, like Aretha Franklin and Tina Turner and Janis Joplin. So I really, my dad had a great record collection, lucky for me. So yeah,
right.
It's great.
Tell me about this Finocchio guitar.
So Frank Finocchio is a luthier who lives in Easton, PA, and he has a shop down there. And I had a Martin guitar. I love to play Martin guitars as well. That had a crack in it, and I had to take it to somebody that was authorized by Martin to repair it. Oh. And they had a super long backlog at the factory because it's so close to here. So I found Frank, and I took it to him. And we have just forged this relationship for, I guess now it's been about 17 years. And in 2015, he built this guitar for me.
What are some of your favorite places to play in the Poconos?
Oh my gosh, it kind of depends on the month, actually. I play a lot. So I sing in another band called the Craig Thatcher Band, and we get to play places like the Mauchunk Opera House and Sellersville Theater and Allentown Civic Theater. We do Christmas shows every year, so those are really big and fun. But then I've got some, smaller local places like the Shawnee Craft Brewery and the Happy Hour Bar and Grill. So it kind of just depends on the night, depending on what kind of flavor you're going to get.
You play just about every night of the week, don't you? Do you take any days off?
No. I mean, I work a lot, so if I'm not working out playing, I'm usually home working in my studio, recording or editing or, doing something of that nature. But I try not to play out more than 4 times a week, because otherwise, I mean, you gotta rest sometime.
How many songs have you recorded? How can viewers buy your material?
Oh, how many have I recorded? Gosh, I don't even know if I could count. Of my own stuff that you can get on Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon, whatever your streaming service is. I've got 2 EPs and 1 EP that's just getting released as singles right now. So the first single just came out in October. It's called For This Love. And the other singles from that project are going to come out in the months to come.
You've been on my radio show a lot, and I got to tell you, listeners always tell me, boy, she's terrific. My sister especially.
Oh, that's
loves
great.
Your stuff.
That's great. Thanks. Dream last night, I'm not sure I'm gonna wake up. I remember blonde hair and rhinestones and a gorgeous face of makeup. I think I was home in Ohio at the Seneca County Fair. My brain's trying to make the pieces fit of who, what, when, and where. I walk through the bars of lifestyle in my cowboy boots. I never got used to the smell of pigs. I'm suddenly standing in the bleachers. The tractor pull's about to start, and there she's standing in front of me. Be still, my heart. Now I'm blushing in the bathroom mirror. My palms are starting to sweat. Splashing cold water on my face. Think I need a cigarette. I know she's happily married. She don't swing my way,
but I was making sweet love to Dolly last night. We were rolling in the hay. I know what you all are thinking. I'm just as embarrassed as you. It's Dolly Parton, people. A songwriter's dreams come true. Now maybe this inspiration, a kind of admiration unseen. Or maybe I'm a cheating hussy, and you should call me Jolene. Now I'm blushing in the bathroom mirror. My palms are starting to sweat. Splashing cold water on my face. Think I need a cigarette. I know she's happily married, and she don't swing my way. But I was making sweet love to Dolly last night, rolling in the hay. Hey, hey, rolling in the hay. Gonna take it as a sign from Dolly. Every time I see red heels, I'm gonna walk a little taller, act a little kinder, forgive a little faster, love a little harder, pray a little longer. Yeah, you better get to living. Now I'm blushing in the bathroom mirror. My palms are starting to sweat. Splashing cold water on my face. Think I need a cigarette. I know she's happily married. She don't swing my way. But I was making sweet love to Dolly last night, rolling in the hay. Making sweet love to Dolly last night, rolling in the hay. Hey, hey, rolling in the hay.
That's Regina Sayles and her song Rollin' in the Hay. In the Pocono Showcase, there's more coming up. From the beautiful, historic Sherman Theater, this is the Pocono Showcase with Regina Sayles.
Baby, what's been going on? Why's your world turned upside down tonight? I know you're thinking about leaving. We can figure this out, it'll be alright. I know you're scared, 'cause in your head you're running, but I'm so right here. Don't tell me that you know me the way I know myself. I know that I love you and I don't want no one else. Don't make this any harder than it has to be, 'cause running, 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 running ain't for you and me. Everyone's giving up these days. Oh, it's all the fashion, yeah, it's all the rage. Maybe that's the easy way out, but it's not how I wanna spend the rest of my days. I'll admit I'm scared, but how could you leave me when I'm standing right here? Don't tell me that you know me the way I know myself. I know that I love you and I don't want no one else. Don't make this any harder than it has to be, 'cause running, 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 running ain't for you and me. It's easier to go than to stay, then give you my heart so you could take it away. I love it's all leaving's no excuse. Suck it up, baby, 'cause we've got work to do. Don't tell me that you know me the way I know myself. don't want no one else. Don't make this any harder than it has to be. 'Cause running, 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 running. Don't tell me that you know me the way I know myself. I know that you love me and no one else. Don't make this any harder than it has to be. 'Cause running, 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 running. Yeah, running, 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 running ain't for you and me. It ain't for you and me.
The Poconos seems to be a hotbed for musicians. There's so many musicians here who get so much work. What is it about the Poconos that attracts such talent? What do you suppose it is?
I think
it's not like that everywhere.
It's not. I think it's two things. This was a resort town, back in the 70s, big time. It still is. Very much so. I think even more now than it was in the previous 10 years, to be honest. But I think especially starting back in like the 70s, there were a lot of these resorts that would hire these huge bands to come and play. And while you don't have like the clubs that have the big bands as much anymore, that's kind of pared down a little bit. There's still a big music scene playing a lot of the resorts. And I've played pretty much all of them, honestly, over the years. And then also because it's a college town. So I think it's those two things combined, because I started playing out when I was in college at ESU and just kind of stuck and have made like a great community. I actually was like the only single female woman who was doing it forever. And now there's a couple other women in the scene, and I'm like so happy we have our little girls club now. So it's great.
Have you played all across the country?
I have. Mostly, every year I try to get out and do a tour. Last year I was to Wisconsin and back. The year before that was to Colorado and back, and then Florida and back. So I try to get out of this state. I love to play my local stuff, and I'm always super grateful for all of the local gigs that I have. But I do like to get out once or twice a year and do some sort of tour.
Thanks so much for doing a show tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Gary.
One more song now from Regina Sayles of the Pocono Showcase.
This road's been a fight every step of the way. There's a door I have to open every day. You fought for me, you taught me how to stand, but it's my turn now to show you I am. I will fight for this love, tear down the city and rebuild the walls, be the light for this love, change the course of our history and conquer the world. If that's what it takes, I'm in for it all. Let's stare fear in the face and fight for this love. Restless in my silence, no safety in this hole. Find a voice, say it loud, give me freedom to roam. Baby, this is crazy, it kind of feels insane, but I can't ignore this fire. We've got everything to gain, so I will fight for this love. Tear down the city and rebuild the walls, be the light for this love, change the course of our history and conquer the world. If that's this love. In my weakest of moments, shattered on the floor, I refuse to believe the struggle's over. So I will fight for this love, tear down the city and rebuild the walls, be the light for this love, change the course of our history and conquer the world. If that's what it takes, I'm in for it all.